While you sleep, your brain runs a cleaning system that washes away toxic waste, including the amyloid beta protein that causes Alzheimer disease. Scientists call it the glymphatic system. It only activates during deep sleep, stage 3 non-REM sleep. A 2023 study in Science found that glymphatic clearance during deep sleep removes amyloid beta 10 times faster than during waking hours. But after 70, most adults get less than half the deep sleep they got at 40. Your brain's cleaning crew shows up every night, but the building is not providing enough downtime for them to do their job. The toxins accumulate, and over years that accumulation is one of the primary drivers of Alzheimer's disease. I'm Dr. Harlan Whitaker, 38 years in neurology. I don't sell supplements. I don't run a clinic anymore. I'm here because someone should tell you what your doctor doesn't have time to. You go to bed at 10 p.m. You fall asleep by 10:30. You wake up at 2 a.m. to use the bathroom. You fall back asleep at 2:45. You wake at 5 a.m. and cannot fall back asleep. You get up at 6. You think you slept 7 hours. On paper, you did, but your sleep was fragmented. Each time you woke up, your brain exited deep sleep and had to start the cycle over from stage 1. Getting back to deep sleep takes 60 to 90 minutes. If you wake up every 3 hours, you may never reach deep sleep during the second half of the night. You are in bed for 7 hours. Your brain is only getting 30 to 45 minutes of the deep cleaning cycle it needs 90 minutes of to clear a full day's worth of amyloid waste. Most people measure sleep by total hours. 7 to 8 hours is the recommendation. The myth is that all sleep is equal. It is not. Your sleep has a structure called sleep architecture. You cycle through 4 stages roughly every 90 minutes. Stage 1 is light drowsiness. Stage 2 is stable light sleep. Stage 3 is deep sleep, also called slow wave sleep. Then REM sleep, where dreaming occurs. Deep sleep is concentrated in the first half of the night. REM dominates the second half. For brain health, deep sleep is the most critical. It is when the glymphatic system activates, cerebrospinal fluid flows through brain tissue, and amyloid beta gets flushed out through channels that open when neurons shrink during deep sleep. Here is how the glymphatic system works. During waking hours, your brain cells are tightly packed, busy firing and communicating. There is very little space between them. When you enter deep sleep, your brain cells shrink by about 20%. This opens channels between them. Cerebrospinal fluid, a clear liquid that surrounds your brain, rushes through these open channels like a pressure washer. It carries away metabolic waste, including amyloid beta, tau proteins, and other toxic byproducts of brain activity. The fluid drains through pathways along your blood vessels and is eventually cleared by your lymphatic system. Without enough deep sleep, the channels never fully open. The fluid trickles instead of flows. The waste accumulates. Night after night, year after year, until the accumulation reaches a critical mass. Before we go further, I need you to hear this. If you have any of the following, stop and call your doctor before changing anything I described today. Kidney disease of any stage, liver disease or cirrhosis, diabetes treated with insulin. You take blood thinners like Eliquis or warfarin. You take a diuretic. You take a proton pump inhibitor like omeprazole. You have uncontrolled high blood pressure. This video is education. It is not personal medical advice. Nothing replaces a doctor who knows your chart. Now, with that said, here is what the research shows. Let me tell you about Philip. Philip was 73 years old, retired high school principal from Richmond, Virginia. Philip thought he was a good sleeper. He was in bed by 10 and up at 6, 8 hours. But Philip wore a sleep tracker for 2 weeks at his neurologist's suggestion. The data showed he was getting only 22 minutes of deep sleep per night. The average for his age should be 45 to 75 minutes. Philip was waking up 4 to 6 times per night, often so briefly he did not remember it. Each awakening reset his sleep cycle. He was spending most of the night in stage 1 and stage 2, never reaching the deep stage where brain cleaning occurs. His neurologist told Philip that his sleep quantity was fine. His sleep quality was the problem. They worked on a protocol to increase deep sleep duration. After 8 weeks, Philip's deep sleep improved to 48 minutes per night. His daytime focus improved noticeably. His wife said he seemed clearer in the mornings. Here is your first assessment. Do you wake up feeling unrefreshed even after 7 to 8 hours in bed? Unrefreshing sleep is the hallmark of insufficient deep sleep. If you consistently feel groggy, foggy, or unrestored in the morning, despite adequate time in bed, your deep sleep percentage is likely too low. A sleep tracker, even a basic one, can estimate your deep sleep minutes. Compare your number to the benchmark, 45 to 75 minutes per night for adults over 70. Here is your second assessment. Count your nighttime awakenings for 1 week. Include bathroom trips and any time you are aware of waking, even briefly. If you are waking more than twice per night, your sleep architecture is fragmented. Each awakening disrupts the 90-minute sleep cycle and may prevent you from reaching or maintaining deep sleep. The first step to improving deep sleep is reducing awakenings. Things that destroy deep sleep after 70. First, alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. Alcohol is a sedative, but it suppresses deep sleep and fragments the second half of the night. Even 1 glass of wine reduces deep sleep by 20 to 30%. Second, screen exposure before bed. Blue light from phones, tablets, and televisions suppresses melatonin, the hormone that initiates the sleep cascade leading to deep sleep. Third, a warm bedroom. Deep sleep requires your core body temperature to drop by 1 to 2 degrees. A room above 68 degrees prevents this drop. Fourth, caffeine after noon. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours. Coffee at 2 p.m. still has active caffeine in your brain at 9 p.m., reducing deep sleep duration by 15 to 20%. Fifth, sedating medications. Sleep aids like Ambien and Benadryl increase total sleep time but suppress deep sleep specifically. You sleep longer but clean less. Here is what increases deep sleep. First, cool your bedroom to 65 degrees. This allows the core temperature drop that triggers deep sleep initiation. If you cannot cool the whole room, try cooling your pillow with a gel pad or sleeping with lighter covers. Second, exercise in the morning or early afternoon. A 2019 study found that 30 minutes of moderate exercise increased deep sleep duration by 18% that night. Exercise within 3 hours of bedtime has the opposite effect. Third, magnesium glycinate, 200 to 400 milligrams, 1 hour before bed. Magnesium supports GABA receptors, which promote the slow-wave brain activity characteristic of deep sleep. Fourth, a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, including weekends, trains your circadian rhythm to allocate deep sleep more efficiently. This is the Whitaker Deep Sleep Protocol. Step 1. Set your bedroom temperature to 65 degrees tonight. This single change is the most consistently effective intervention for increasing deep sleep in clinical studies. Step 2. Stop all caffeine after noon and all alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. These two substances are the most common deep sleep suppressors in seniors. Step 3. Exercise for 30 minutes before 2 p.m. and take 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate at 9 p.m. This combination promotes the physiological conditions your brain needs to initiate and maintain deep sleep. Philip followed the protocol for 8 weeks. He cooled his bedroom to 66 degrees. He stopped his evening glass of wine. He moved his coffee to mornings only. He walked every morning at 8 a.m. and took magnesium at 9 p.m. His sleep tracker showed deep sleep increasing from 22 minutes to 48 minutes per night. He reported feeling clearer in the mornings. His afternoon brain fog improved. His neurologist retested his cognition at 6 months. Scores stable. No decline. Philip told me that learning about the glymphatic system changed how he thought about sleep. It was no longer about rest. It was about brain maintenance. He said he sleeps like someone whose brain depends on it. Because it does. Write your age below. And tell me, do you wake up feeling refreshed? Or do you feel like you barely slept even after 8 hours? I read every comment. Here are your 5 takeaways. 1. Deep sleep activates the glymphatic system that clears Alzheimer-causing amyloid from your brain. 2. Most adults over 70 get less than half the deep sleep they need. 3. Cool your bedroom to 65 degrees. 4. Stop caffeine after noon and alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. 5. Exercise before 2 p.m. and take magnesium glycinate before bed. Not every forgotten word is Alzheimer, but every night of poor deep sleep adds to the risk. I don't sell supplements. I don't run a memory clinic. I profit from you not needing me. Protect what you have. I'll see you in the next one.